Panda, 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 panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting the licks in the band. Legacies.
Alright everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do a cooking video here today. We're going to be making smoked ribs, honey barbecue style, and also a smoked sweet Memphis spatchcock chicken, whole chicken. I'm going to show you here the ingredients I'm using. So we have black pepper. This says booty rub, but it actually is this Memphis Pit barbecue rub. Real nice, it tastes terrific. We're gonna be using garlic sea salt. Towards the end we'll be using honey. We'll also be using just some regular unsalted butter, a stick of butter, and then any barbecue sauce of your choice. Today we'll just be using some Sweet Baby Ray's. The real flavor is going to come from the oak smoked wood that I'm going to be using. So we're going to go out to the grill and get it set up. Alright, it's pretty cold out here, but what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be starting up my actual, you can see that in there with the low light, maybe not. There's charcoal in there. I just put a little bit to get started. I always use a chimney starter. I use a offset smoker. I think this is the easiest way to do it. You can't see it in here, but I do have charcoal piled up in there already, and I'm going to make a hole, and I'm going to use the minion method. It's called the minion method, and we're going to drop that charcoal right in the middle there, and it'll spread out and get this all heated up. So for now we're just going to get some fire going, and we'll go ahead and see if I can get a flame going here. There we go. Put this bad boy right in there. Yep, just get that going, and we should be good to go. Alright, so we have a rack of baby back ribs right here. Go ahead and zoom in on that there. Store-bought, butcher-bought. And then I also got this pork tenderloin certified Duroc. And we're going to be seasoning both of these here. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually use this mustard as a binding agent. And then we're going to be doing pepper. And we'll do a little bit of salt and garlic. And then we're going to baste it with pretty much this rub, because this is what's in here. Alright, so first we are going to start off with some pepper, or sorry, excuse me. First we're going to start off with some mustard rub. Just regular little, right down the middle here. Just go ahead and rub it in there. Make sure your hands are clean too before. You can use gloves if you want. Next, we're going to put our salt, pepper, garlic on here. I like to put the pepper first, because this is the last thing I want. I want a little kick at the end. We'll put our, oops, get that focused here. We'll put our garlic sea salt in there as well. And then we're going to finish with this Memphis barbecue sweet rub. It's not booty rub, it's the sweet rub, the one I showed you, the Grill Mates. So let's, you know what, we're going to do the pepper first. Yep. Just the magic kicks in with this rub here, and again, this is the Grill Mates. Just for a third time, it's the Grill Mates rub. It's actually really good. It's a cheap rub, but man, it tastes good with the combination I'm going to put at the end. So this I'm actually pretty generous on. I want this thing coated pretty strong.
Now if your next door neighbor's getting kind of nosy, tell her back off. And if the local law enforcement says you're making too much noise, tell her back off. You've got to play by the rules, that's a fact. But you can choose to win or lose. Now if your friendly city council says you're having too much.
Alright, so now we have our, if you look at this here, they have at the ribs we have perfectly seasoned here. It's ready to roll. We're going to go ahead and bring these up, throw them on the grill. I'll tell you how to place them on. So come with me. Alright. So first you want to make sure your temp is up to about at least 225. I like to smoke anywhere from 250 to 275. That's like my sweet range. And I'm just keeping my temps as my offset smoker. The key to having good ribs is having some good wood smoke in there. That's your foundation of good smoked barbecue. I use only oak wood. If you want to show them the oak wood right here, that's post oak wood I bought from Ace Hardware, so it's a Texas style essential wood. And this guy looks like he's pretty interested in it too. So how you place your ribs is how they'll cook. Remember, if you put them straight and nice and the ribs straight, it's going to be a lot easier to cut. So what we're going to do, now that we're about up to temp right now, I'm going to place these on. Make sure they're straight. Get my ribs racked straight. No curves, no curvatures in there. And we're going to do about 2 hours at 265. And I'm gonna start spritzing with apple juice, which I'll give you updates at about maybe an hour in, and then for every 10 minutes we'll keep spritzing it, and then about maybe 2 to 2.5 hours after I'll look at the wood, at the ribs. Then we're gonna come in, we're gonna baste them with my next step, and we'll put the chicken on, which we haven't done yet. We're gonna put that in the other pork tenderloin. We're gonna go throw that on here in another 2 hours because that's not gonna take as long to cook. All right, stay tuned. All right, so when we're spritzing, it's pretty simple. It's not rocket science, people. Here's what we're looking like. We got it on there for about 1.5 hours. I've been spritzing it every 30 minutes. You're just spraying that bad boy all over. Just like that. And all I'm using is half apple cider vinegar and half apple juice. That's it. Just to give a little sweet taste over the top of that. And we're gonna take that off in about another half an hour, and then I'm gonna show you the next step. Stay tuned. Okay, so now we are onto the chicken, everyone. This is I've already spatchcocked it. If you don't know how to spatchcock it, go YouTube the video and you can find out how to do it. It's pretty easy. You'll need some strong scissors to do that. These are actual kitchen scissors. They're called kitchen shears. You can just cut right in the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our olive oil. This is gonna be our binding agent to keep all the seasoning on. Make sure your hands are washed and clean, everybody. So we just get it all over the back of this chicken here. Flip it over. We'll get it over the top of this skin. And then flip that back over like this. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it in this order, because the way you apply seasoning is the way you'll taste it. So if you want the sweet first taste, then you'll put the sweet outside. If you want the pepper to kick at the end, you do the pepper at the end. So I wanted a little bit of a kick at the end, so I'm just gonna go. Alright guys, we're back. This is what we're working with our ribs. You can see the nice mahogany flavor. We got our ribs pretty straight. What we're going to start with first is we're actually going to grab a knife. We'll grab a knife here, and then we are actually going to, so what I'll be using is, in this order, I'm going to start with the barbecue sauce. I'm just using some good old Baby Ray's, nothing spectacular here. And then we're going to do some honey, brown sugar, and then we're also going to just, at the end, we're going to put some butter on there. So let's start with our barbecue sauce, and this is what we're just going to kind of use. Not too much now, we don't need to go crazy. Again, the flavor is in the seasoning. So we'll just put that on there, and I'm just going to brush it all along the top of this bad boy. Get a little bit of a wet flavor in there. And really this is just to bind this brown sugar and honey on there. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Then we're gonna just go and do some brown sugar. You sprinkle it over the top like that. And then last but not least, you gotta have real honey if we're gonna do honey barbecue, baby back barbecue. And then you're just gonna go ahead and just, like in a circular motion is what I do it like. Circle it right in those bad boys there. And this is what gets that nice sweet flavor. This is my secret recipe. I'm sharing it with y'all now. This is my secret recipe. But now it's shared with the world. But you gotta, it's not just a secret, you gotta do it with love. You gotta be patient. You gotta let the food cook itself. Then, we're gonna cut this butter. I always do about 4. Like this. Alright. We got 4. And all we're gonna do is flip, face down. Do the same thing on this side. So we're gonna start with our barbecue sauce again. We don't need too much. I probably actually put a little bit too much, to be honest with you. But we'll make it work. We are adaptable. We can make this work. Alright? So, as you can see, those ribs, those bones are sticking out a little bit, which are good. Because after about another hour and a half to 2 hours, this is going to be looking just fantastic, people. Fantastic. And then we're going to just take some of our brown sugar. Sprinkle over the back of that, just like that. You don't need as much on this side because it's mostly bones. This is just to kind of seal it in. And we're going to do our honey. One more time. We're going to go on a circular mat, circular, just like that. So this kind of brushes it right there in the meat, in between the bones. Get right there in the crevices. Alright. Last but not least, cut our butter. We don't need as much on this side. We're just going to do 3. Then we wrap. It's that simple. We wrap. Like that. Like this. I wrap it 3. I like to do 3 of them. And then last one. And when you put it on the grill, you put the meat side down, the bone side up. So that when it's simmering and tenderizing, it's actually going to be tenderizing the meat. So it's just that butter, all that stuff, that goodness is just almost like boiling it in that nice oven. So, and that is it. And we will see the finished product here, and we'll keep you up to date. Be back.
I gotta document it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for my vlog. I don't think I've sent you my YouTube.
He was recording himself this morning. I said, okay, I'm watching, but I'm not in the video.
Okay, so
There go
here's
watching.
what we got.
Okay, now we have to do this.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we got the bacon wrap pork tenderloin. This is what it came out looking like here. Oops. Ooh, it's hot. Alright, yeah. Oak smoked. Okay. And then we have a rack of ribs. Wait, let's do this chicken first. Let's do the chicken. So here's our chicken.
Wonderful.
Alright.
Tell me. Well, I'm wondering if it's trying to.
And then we have our ribs right here.
Things up. What do you
Do
think?
you want to make room for anything?
We're gonna just do something like this.
These cans
Oh, okay.
and put it in. Here's my reach. Oh, you're videoing.
Yeah,
Daniel.
that's fine.
You might get on.
So we're gonna just do this thing.
You don't want Margot and me singing in the background?
Go ahead.
Okay. Here we go.
What goes in here?
We have to just edit that out.
These are my potatoes right now. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna use that for my top still, so I don't wanna like. Okay. And then we have ribberoonies. Alright. This is what we're working with here, everyone. This is what we're working with. Yeah. So that's good. I'm gonna keep this. Won't cut anymore, but that's how you make great food for Thanksgiving.
Oh, we got it on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's